My name's Michael Connor. I was a Chief Warrant Officer pilot for the 1st Cav, and I was in Vietnam. I was a prisoner of war for a little over 5 years, shot down in the Battle of Hue. I was aerial rocket artillery. We had in our unit, at the time I was shot down, I was there 5.5 months when I shot down. We had a 100% casualty rate going. You were either killed, wounded, or captured. We would respond to calls for support. So basically every mission we went on was when somebody was being shot at, and we got shot at. We were on a mission outside of Hue, and were shot down. The rest of my crew was killed, and I was severely injured, paralyzed on my left side, and escaped and evaded for a day and a half before I was captured. They gave me a crutch, and I was basically hobbling on one leg, and then the pain started coming in. It was excruciatingly painful. They figure I had a swelling in the brain from the head injury. And then I went through a series of camps. The hardest part I had was they kept me for about 2 weeks in this hole in the ground. It was on the side of a hill. They dug in, and it was about 2.5 feet wide by about 2 feet high. I was on a bamboo thing, and they put me in head first, and I could barely move. If I tried to roll over, dirt would fall on my face. There were mosquitoes, centipedes, snakes, rats, everything that was in that thing. It was just hell. Anyway, they got us out of there and got us into the plantation gardens. It's a camp in Hanoi, and we spent about 2.5 years there. But the best part about it, there's so much noise in the city, we could finally communicate with each other. Very desperate when I was first captured. It's just surreal. You're living with Americans and everything else, and then be in that kind of environment, you're sort of in a daze, I guess. When you get with other prisoners, you were supporting each other, especially along the trails as we went north. At different times, I spent about 14 months in solitary altogether. Some of the times in solitary got very desperate until I learned to start using my head. Bombing started over the north again in May of '72. And finally the International Commission showed up and, like, hey, you guys are going home. We were so proud, and I can't talk about the experience without acknowledging all the brave folks that gave their lives at that time, because it was clearly an effort at that point to try to get us home. But anyway, we get to Gia Lam Airport, and I tell you, coming around that airport and seeing that American flag on the tail of 141, it was just awesome. I got a big family, 5 brothers and 2 sisters. And they all just did a tremendous amount. I hear my dad's trying to go to work and whatever, but they would travel to Geneva and try to meet with the Vietnamese and so on. So I got home and everybody was there, and the neighborhood was, decorated, and it was just wonderful. It's hard to describe the joy. It's like you pinching yourself, just days before you're in a prison camp, and days later you're family, friends, and it's wonderful. I mean, I went back to school, got my degree, and then went on to work at McClellan. I was a GM-13. I had a successful career, and I have a wonderful family. Can't ask for much more out of life. I'm a lucky guy. You're looking at the luckiest guy in the world. So.